How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we've got something a little bit different here on the channel. We have a new franchise, a new little series here, and that is a Braves fantasy draft franchise. So let me tell you guys kind of why I decided to go down this route. The Reds franchise, I was having a lot of difficulties with the game. It just wouldn't save at certain points. And I just got a little frustrated also with the team, and we weren't going to get very much further into the rebuild at the pace we were going with MLB this show 25 just around the corner probably. So I wanted to try something a little bit different, and y'all know I love the Braves, but I don't like the moves that they made over the offseason, or the lack thereof. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to try a fantasy draft with them and kind of just build a team to win now that I kind of liked. And so that's exactly what I did. And then I was like, well, I'm having fun with this series, and the Red series is causing me some frustration, so why not post, what I have to YouTube and just kind of document this franchise. So again, that's what I did. So let's look at the lineups and the pitching rotation and a couple of prospects, and then a couple of results from the first two games of the season against the Phillies, and then we'll look at Game 3, dive in, and see how this team performed. All right, looking at our lineup here, you see there's a theme. A lot of switch hitters. Nico Hoerner is our starting second baseman. I love Nico Hoerner. This guy just hits the ball. As you can see there, first two games of the season, 444 average and 9 at-bats. He's always a menace, so I was like, well, I got to draft him. And then we also have Lane Thomas out in right, speedy kind of, right fielder. Francisco Lindor is our first pick of the draft. We got pick number 30 after all. And I liked him because obviously switch hitting shortstop, best player available at the time, and he's locked up for many years to come. And so that's kind of a theme that I did try to keep with this team, is I tried to also find players who were, in their prime maybe right now, but locked up into longer term deals. And so I think I did a pretty good job on that. Batting cleanup, Jock Peterson. Bringing him back for the DH spot. In the left, you have Brian Reynolds, another switch hitter that's locked up for several years to come. Jeimer Candelario as our third baseman. I picked him up because I liked how he hits in the Red series, so I can't complain too much about that. Cedric Mullins out in center. Lefty, kind of speedy, good fielding center fielder. No Michael Harris II, if you, but he will do. Couldn't obviously pick up or keep Money Mike. Batting eighth is our first baseman, Carlos Santana, switch hitter. Didn't really have much when it came to first base when I got around to drafting a first baseman, but he's been around a while. I mean, I was surprised to know that he was 38 years old. I honestly kind of thought he was a little bit younger because teams, he always has a place to play. So I guess they value that switch hitting option, and he, is pretty okay defensively for a 38-year-old first baseman. And then batting ninth is the catcher, Shea Langoliers. He's young, former Braves top prospect. Traded him for Sean Murphy, and so I brought him back because I wanted a younger catcher, because, there's not really much in catching when it comes to prospects. On the bench, we have Victor Caratini, a switch-hitting catcher. Jace Peterson and Jose Caballera are two infield utility men. Jace Peterson was a former Brave in 2015. And then Drew Waters, a former top prospect for the Braves, a switch-hitting center fielder who can cover the outfield if we need that. So overall, this lineup's very deep. The bench is pretty solid too. I can't complain all too much about this lineup, and you'll see why in the box scores and in the video, hopefully, too. Okay, looking at our rotation, we have Zach Wheeler. He was our second pick, our ace, locked up for many years to come. You see his stat line from this first game, back at Philly. Not amazing. That ERA is a little bit high, but you'll see why when we get to the box scores. But, he is our ace, and I could not complain. Mitch Keller is our number 2. Braxton Garrett, our third. We'll see him pitch today. Cole Reagans and Jacob Junis is our final 2 pitchers. Reagans, Keller, and Wheeler are both locked up for long-term deals. So, again, I just try to kind of have that Braves philosophy of be very competitive for a very long time. In the bullpen, Michael Tonkin is our long relief. Justin Topa, Colin Pache, Carl Edwards Jr., Adam Ottavino, Matt Moore, and Taylor Rogers. With the bullpen, my draft strategy, like always when it comes to trades and stuff in my other franchises. I go for someone who has high pitching clutch, because when you're coming out of the bullpen, you need to be clutch. So that's kind of the strategy that we went with there. Carl Edwards Jr., Colton Poche, and Adam Ottavino have all pitched in these first 2 games of the series, and they've looked pretty good, pretty solid. Colin Poche specifically, I loved watching him. So that's our rotation. Now, we did play 2 games against the Phillies, and we did win both of them, and let's just see how these lineups did in those first 2 games. All right, here we go with opening day. The results were 8-3 Braves. Here you see Lane Thomas with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Francisco Lindor with a 2-run or with a solo shot and a run RBI double. Peterson had a solo shot. Santana had a double. Horner had an RBI and a stolen base. Got on base pretty much the entire game. Wheeler went 6, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And then you see Poche and Edwards Jr. shutting it down in the bullpen for us. Edwards Jr. with 4 strikeouts. That's not too shabby and not too bad of a performance. Everybody had a hit except for Candelario and Mullins on opening day. Then we have the Phillies over here. And the Phillies have an interesting team. It's not very good. They have a solid ace in Yuri Perez, but there you see there on that line, that pitching line, he didn't get very far into the game. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, and just 4 strikeouts. What they do have, though, is they do have a man who can hit absolute bombs. Mitch Garver had 2 home runs. That was the sole provider of the Phillies offense. I guess Jonathan India did also drive in a run, but, they have a 3 and 4 of India or Devers and Garver, and that's pretty solid. But the rest of this Philly team, not really notable. Devers did ground into a double play. India had a double. Nelson Velasquez had a double. Kyle Farmer, of all people, had a double, and O'Neal Cruz had an error. I forgot. He's actually their shortstop too, and he platoons with Tim Anderson. Of all things. I don't know why you would not let him just play, because he's young and Tim Anderson's Tim Anderson, but so that 2, 3, and 4 for the Phillies is Cruz, Devers, and Garver, with Jonathan India thrown in there as well. So it's not terrible. Yuri Perez is their ace, but they could be better. But we did take game 1, 8-3. Taking a look here at game 2, we ended up winning this one a lot closer, 4-3. There you see, for the Phillies, Rafael Devers, Nelson Velasquez got on base and continue. Mitch Garver continues to rake with a 2 RBI solo shot. And a better game overall for the Phillies. Luis Castillo goes 5 1/3, gives up 5 hits and 4 runs with a walk and 6 strikeouts. And the bullpen, they were doing fine. And they kept the Phillies in this game. But let's see how the Braves did. Okay, so the Braves, Lane Thomas, Jeimer Candelario got his first hit of the season. Both got doubles. Jock Peterson carried this team on his back with 2 solo shots. Not 2 solo shots, just 2 home runs. Lane Thomas had an RBI. Cedric Mullins continues to struggle, as he has still yet to get a base hit in 2 games of the season. First got on base today with his first hit by pitch. Horner and Lindor had stolen bases, and Mitch Keller, there you see, went 6, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, and got 4 strikeouts. Bullpen looked good. Taylor Rogers got the hold, and Cano is actually our closer. I forgot to scroll down at the bottom of the bullpen, but there you see he came in and got the save, slammed the door shut with 2 strikeouts. Adam Ottavino did give up a run in his first appearance, but overall we held on to get this game 4-3. Okay, phew, that was a lot to talk about. Now, let's get into the action. Game 3, Braves and Phillies trying to get their first win. Braves trying to get the sweep. Game 3 is coming your way next.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. So the Atlanta Braves are in position to sweep this 3-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Drew Rasmussen. What do you look for here?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Here's Nico Hoerner.
Nico Hoerner.
The pitch. And that's outside. And we're underway here in Philly. And the pitch. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
So Hoerner is going to start this game off with extra bases. He continues his hot streak.
For 2. And it's a double to start the game.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle. And
here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
The 1-2. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Hoerner around third. He scores and they have the lead. 1-0. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You got a pitch you can get.
And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Braxton Garrett. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Leody Taveras is another player who has been red hot for the Phillies. He has always started this game off with a base hit.
Home team down a run here in the 3rd and final game of the series. And a foul ball.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring.
Bounce to the right. Throw on to Santana. But the run scores, and that makes it a 1-1 game. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now.
The first baseman, Kyle Farmer.
Just missed. And that one wrapped foul. Hernandez gets his lead at first with nobody out. The 1-1 is fouled off. Slow roller up the middle. Quickly to second for 1. On to first, double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Ball 2. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite-level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Throw not in time, and he's safe.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
2 gone with runners at the corners. Next is the designated hitter, Ryan Noda. And he takes one right on the black. And that is strike 1. And there's a ball. This one in the air. He's under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Phillies leave a couple.
Something you guys might have noticed is that
And the
I'm
0-2.
using zone hitting.
And a base hit up the middle.
And
A great spot for a hitter to be in.
It's going quite
Runner
well,
takes
as you
off.
can see.
That one's spoiled,
So,
and the count now
I have to stick
2-1.
with it. Also, I changed up the hitting angles to retro. Hitting and pitching to retro.
And he deals. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Hard hit right side. India over to first in time. Where's at the plate? Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
The number 4 hole hitter up.
Devers at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. That is the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia.
All right, here's Cedric Mullins now. And
Cedric
Mullins has not gotten on base yet.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That
That's a
one
ball.
missed.
Mullins!
Swung on, belted.
His first
That
hit of
one
the
carried.
season is a solo shot to give us the lead. What a way to
Just
start
like
your
that, they
season,
move in
Cedric.
front.
That's a devastating combination.
And next for Atlanta, Nico Horner. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Ball
That
misses.
pitch is out.
Safe at second with a stolen base. The runner at second with 1 away. That one ripped. Back there. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they lead by 2.
He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That pitch
And he
is in.
walked him.
Ball 4.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Now, these guys
0-1.
definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to.
That one is absolutely belted. In 1 hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Here comes Garver. He scores all the way from first. A terrible job getting it back to the infield, and it costs them a run.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Man, I love the hustle out of the box right there to make that triple happen.
New pitcher on now, Matt Moore.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And the batter now, Kyle Farmer. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
1-0.
Devers stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. A gigantic blast. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
right, well, that's your ball game. The Phillies take this one 4-3 off of the Rafi Devers late inning solo blast. And so we don't get the sweep. And we didn't really see a lot of Braxton Garrett, but he pitched fine. I mean, he wasn't spectacular, but he wasn't bad either. Justin Topa, on the other hand, he got the loss. Not a great inning from him. Eric Swanson gets the save, gets 3 punch-outs along the way, and that'll do it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you missed the Reds franchise, let me know. I mean, I can always break it back out. And if you like this style of editing and recording, also just kind of give me some feedback, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. I don't have a lot of time right now, so videos, I'm still trying to post frequently, but they just may not be what you expect them to be. And so I just thought this would be kind of fun to mix things up a little bit. So I will catch you guys next time. Take care and have a great rest of y'all's day.